Hey, welcome everybody. This is Maniac Tim, uh, with, of course, Tim's Maniac Sports. Welcome on this Thursday after or morning. It's close to afternoon, but it's still morning here. Uh, I'm also going to be on here. Try to be on every Friday. I want to try to get guests on Fridays and do something like Detroit Lions on the Prowl used to do with Free for All Friday. Um, I don't know if I can do that right now or anything like that. But okay, first of all, I want to give my condolences to Bobby Knight and his family. You know, Bobby Knight. He was a force to be reckoned with the Indiana program in college basketball. Uh, very good at what he did. Uh, and he ended up, being fired. But he was one of those um, no business type of take no BS type of um, coaches, and he just went ahead and got stuff done no matter what it did. And back when he was a coach, the Indiana program was really really great in basketball. So just wanted to say he will be missed in the sports world, of course, by his family and friends. Congratulations to the uh, Texas Rangers, who went ahead and you know won, you know, went ahead and beat the Diamondbacks. Only dropping one game to them. So they are now the World Series champions. So baseball is over for this year. And of course, until next year's spring training and everything like that. So congratulations to the Texas Rangers. Uh, well, Lions are good at ending people's careers, I guess. Josh McDaniels, and along with a lot of other coaches on the Las Vegas Raiders, have been let go. Um, and of course, Jimmy Galapagos will no longer be the starter for the Las Vegas Raiders. Uh, the hard nosed, hard smashing style of the Bill Belichick Belichick tree uh, doesn't seem to work. Uh, if you don't have the right players, if you don't have the respect, and if you come in and you go ahead and change the team thinking that you know better and do not know how to work with what you have. As a Lions fan, we all know how the Patricia fiasco went with Detroit. You know, uh, there was a lot of shadiness about Patricia when it came to Detroit. I don't know what went on with all the things as far as for Josh McDaniels, but things, you know, some people do not like losers, you know. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is is Brad Holmes trying to create another greatest show on turf? If you look at what he's been doing as far as in mainly concentrating on offensive players and making that, another one was Peoples Jones being the only one in the trade, that we trade for before the trade deadline. A lot of us thought that we needed another edge rusher. That didn't happen. That is not going to happen. Um, you know, what would have we have given up? You know, now giving up a six-round pick for a receiver that is proven, that is good, and also somebody who can run back kicks and stuff like that. We're at the time where October, November, October's gone, November, you know, and December is where we really need to win ball games here. You know, everybody will go ahead and say, yeah, our schedule is we're not playing a lot of winning teams, but we are playing the Lions are playing a lot of teams that are uh, per se uh, maybe coming out of their funk. You know, we don't know what Minnesota is going to be like without Kirk Cousins. You know, we we have seen Minnesota go in and lose their starting quarterbacks before and come back running. Minnesota is only 2 games behind us, you know, in the standings, you know, and that's so if you look at we also still got to play Chicago twice. We got to play Minnesota twice. We got to play Dallas. We got to play the Chargers, you know, and the Chargers who more or less made a statement uh, this year too. So we got to play the Chargers, you know, Minnesota twice, Green Bay one more time, um, and of course Chicago, where we have trouble with running quarterbacks, and they didn't do anything to improve that, you know, in the trade deadline, you know, no, and it's all gone. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Facebook user? Uh, Welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports. Uh, Really good to have you here. By the way, I'm going to be starting. I'm going to be trying to use this time as much as I can, uh, but definitely on Friday. So tomorrow, I'm going to definitely have a 11 o'clock show. Um, so please make sure you tell your friends and stuff. And if people want to hop on, uh, I'm more than happy to have you come up. So But with the Lions being off this week, hopefully we will regain some of our people back. And I don't think I would have really liked to have seen another edge rusher myself. I would like to have seen and like 313 New Breed said, I would have liked to have seen the them pick up another another good linebacker. It would have been great. I think those two positions would have really been great to have more of to strengthen up. Um, right now, as we have it, the Lions really need to look at being look at really being a team that can score. Now, with you know, hopefully David Montgomery is back after this bye week. Uh, and hopefully a we're seeing what Jamar Gibbs can do once he gets hot. Once they take the reins off, and hopefully with Montgomery and Gibbs back, hopefully that will be enough to put us over the top. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the Detroit Lions schedule here. All right. Okay, I'm going to do it. Just give me a little bit here. I need to. And here. Okay, as we can see, the Detroit Lions have the Chargers next. Okay, um, so and that's at San Diego. Then we host the Bears. All right. And then of course it's Thanksgiving Day game. Hopefully we will finally win a Thanksgiving Day game. Uh, at Ford Field. Then we go to the Saints. Then the Bears. Then the Broncos. All right. So, this is you know those teams are not all sure wins for the Lions. And then of course you have we finally play Minnesota, and we know Cousins won't be there, but you know we'll get a feel that this could be, you know, this uh, these two games, could be the fight for the NFC North championship as far as with Minnesota. Of course we have the Cowboys uh, December 30th at Dallas. You know, um, and then we got the Vikings. You know, to end up January 7th. So okay, I forgot it was back to back weeks against Mini against Minnesota. Well, it's really not back to back weeks. You do got one. You know, you got uh one game in between because you got the Dallas game in between the Minnesota. So it's not really back to back games with Mini, but it's hey, it's okay. It's okay. I could see, and I kind of the way I did that probably threw you off too. But it's just showing that the NFC North is not sold off if we don't play well. So we gotta go ahead and play well. We gotta go ahead and beat these teams. You know, we have a chance if the Lions win. They have a chance. To be the NF to host. You know, a couple games. You know, who knows? If San Francisco goes ahead and doesn't cure its woes, who knows what could happen there? You still got the Eagles. You know, uh, but the Lions can control more or less their own destination. I gotta shut the camera off for a sec. I'm not leaving. I just gotta shut this camera off for a second. Uh, so I mean, all the teams you know, that we play, they're winnable games. You know, I think the Chargers are going to give us a test, though. Justin Herbert, he played well last week. He, they're starting to get, they're they're starting to get better. They're starting to play better. Um, More than likely, Fields could be back for one or two of these games. Like I say, we have trouble with running quarterbacks. That's no news to you. Uh, are are the Bears going to be tanking? Yeah, Chargers will be a challenge on the road. It's winnable, but still, yeah, they they'll be a challenge. Especially when they're, Justin Herbert. He's that type of quarterback. And they paid him. Um, yeah, I want to pull up the. I gotta get this schedule off here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera back on. Yeah, Dallas is on the road again. Never easy at Dallas. Even the Saints in New Orleans, you can you can't take lightly. I mean, that is very true. Very true. The Saints being one of these. Uh, they got, of course, is it Carter quarterback now? Uh, I know he's been injured, but yeah, you cannot take any of these teams lightly, and you still can't even take our divisional opponents lightly. You know, uh, so they need to. Lions need to be strong. They need to overperform, uh, like they have sometimes this year already. They really need. They just need to really perform. So if you look at our schedule, it is what it is. You know. But yeah, I'm going to try to probably keep this to 30 minutes today. Uh, then maybe tomorrow, free for all. I really don't know if I'll call it free for all Fridays or what. But Maniac, definitely, uh, we will be back on Fridays. Now, um, are you disappointed that we did not get another edge rusher to help Hutchinson out? I know Houston, who knows if Houston will be back? Who knows when? You know, and when he gets back, will he be the Houston that he was last year? You know, uh, I do think that People Jones was brought in also to help, because at sometimes the offense looks stagnant in some ways. Jamal Williams, Jameson Williams, he's coming along, but he's not there yet. Jabbar Gibbs, he had a great game towards the end, last, you know, the second half last week. Are we trying to get so many people, be able to put so many people on, that offense that there's just too many people too many good players to cover. You know, will they show some forms of maybe using 4 wideouts at some time? You know, of course you know you never want to leave Sandler part out because shoot he's he's been that tight end that could get things done. You know, and you know um, people get injured. St. Brown has been injured. Uh, the loss of Marvin Jones to the team, bringing in another Jones. Hey, but is there any other questions, concerns, or anything else we can cover? I do still want to try to do my late night shows. Also, I don't want to give up on that. You know, uh, so tonight I may have a show when I get. Well, it'll be tomorrow morning when I get home from work. I might try to do one at 1 or 12 in the morning too, but I think I remember I gotta get up. So anybody who wants to be on the show tomorrow, I would welcome it. Uh, I'm gonna try to talk to get people like Michael Mike on. I don't know if I can. Maybe I could have Kurt Steele come in and be a special guest on some of these shows. I need to get a better format too, so it may take a couple weeks to get this done. But uh, free speaking Fridays will be definite coming. Um, so it's in the Lions' hands. We're gonna go. I turn this back. So if we look at we look at all the games that the Lions have had this year. It's been it's been a they have seen their share of hard competition. It's not been an easy schedule by far. These are some older stuff too. I know. Looks like they got some of last year's stuff in there. But they're definitely a much more improved team than what they were before. Uh, so is there any more comments or anything from anybody? Uh, thank you for coming in and watching. Uh, you know, what do people think of how the Rangers being the World Series champion? Once again, condolences to Bobby Knight's family. May he rest in peace. And of course, we'll get to see if this helps the Raiders getting rid of Josh McDaniels. But we're all looking for. I I don't care that much about the Raiders. What I care about is the Lions. Everybody knows that. You know, I mean, Josh McDaniels is gone. You know, um, he couldn't do for the. He can't. You know, is it too soon that Josh McDaniels is gone? Did the Raiders give up on him, or was it just the Raiders were smarter than Detroit? Just wasn't gonna keep on. Like we the Lions just went ahead and they kept going with for 2.5 seasons we had to put up with Matt Patricia. You know, finally we got a you know respectable team now since we got rid of Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia. You got Brad Holmes has done a much better job in bringing quality um, players to here, bringing impact players. Uh, although you did have where, Dan Campbell went ahead and I practically wanted to go shoot him when he went ahead and got that 15-yard penalty, you know, but the rest of the Lions defense stepped up uh, last week. You know, as alone, man, look at that. Look at the sacks that he had. Now, with the pressure, are we going to see more of the pressure, of them trying to sack the quarterbacks and stuff like that? Are we is this going to be know the New York the new look Lions, you know, uh, going ahead and rushing the passer, setting in more, that did work, but you also got to watch that too because, if you get a quarterback that can be on target and get these these completions down the field because you'll have if it can cause more sacks, that's what you know that's what rushing the passer does. If they don't get caught downfield, is what I'm trying to say. Uh, but yeah, once again, thank everybody for coming in. You guys rock. I appreciate it. Um, it's it's good to be here. You know, I don't know what football games I'm gonna watch this weekend, especially Sunday, seeing that the Lions are not playing. I know I'm gonna try to watch. I'm definitely gonna watch the the Sunday night game and stuff like that. Uh, and I'm gonna try to be on this weekend sometime, some more too. So we had, unfortunately, I was not able to stream yesterday nor the day before because our power was out. So that was one of the reasons it took so long to get streaming. I thought about streaming when I got home from work, but I figured I'd see what the day would be and I can also let you guys know about Fridays. Every Friday, I'm going to get this working. But in saying that, I've been on for a half hour now. There's, I today I did kind of want to keep the show to just a half hour. Do it, do it before work. Um, so be sure to check us out tomorrow at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. for sure tomorrow. I'll be live here. Uh, until then, this is Tim's Maniac Sports saying, have a good one. You guys rock.